Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara and Tabletop Simulator. Alright, I did forget to place Elifie, which I'm going to do in a second. But before I do that, there was a rules mistake I made in Sunken Streets of Gehenna. It's not a big one, but I wanted to go ahead and point it out. By the time you guys see this video, it should be already in the description of the video in question. But I had a situation where I had Justice here, and I moved her to here, which that is fine. But the problem is she was in muck, which means anything that cost 1 or more stamina ends up costing an additional stamina. So when she did Bring the Shadows, it should have cost her 3 stamina. So that essentially meant I had 1 less stamina to play around with. And towards the end of her turn, I did an attack that cost 2 stamina. That pretty much used the last of her stamina. That attack hit, but did no damage. And so in the long run, it actually hurt me to spend that extra stamina that I didn't have. But essentially what it should have happened was I shouldn't have been able to attack at all and had 1 stamina left. So it is what it is. Again, I apologize. It's always those little things. There's just so many little rules, and playing by yourself is definitely very rough. But thankfully, it wasn't a big issue. Anyway, with all that said and done, I need to place Elifie. Elifie has to be adjacent to her summoner, which will be Justice. So I'm a little concerned about Justice, because Justice is... she shouldn't be at full health. Let me check that real quick. Be right back. Yep, she should be at 4 damage right now, because we didn't refresh despite the story round. Okay. Everyone else should be fine. Elfie should be at 1 damage and 3 stamina. Everyone else should be at 3 stamina. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of these tokens for Damocles, because Damocles can actually go up to 6 stamina. And unfortunately, this does not account for 6 stamina, so we'll just do this and put him at that. Okay, and that should be everything. Alright, so I need to place Elifie. She can be anywhere that's adjacent. So to be honest, she might actually be a good place to put her. Might be like right here, possibly. The problem with putting her there is it blocks Justice. So the biggest danger is if the cave sickles go first, because everyone except for Elifie is starting in water. Maybe something like this. That'll at least force that would force draw fire in some directions. It's hard to say, to be honest. Yeah, I think the best bet is just to do this for now. Okay, we'll start there. And with that, there's no other special rules at the moment, so let's go ahead and... oh, actually, sorry. Oh, yep. I need to go back to Chasm games. There it is. Alright, so reset initiative. Okay, Damocles goes first, which is actually what I don't want. Because Damocles needs allies to kind of function the way he wants to. But it's not the end of the world. I could just pass turn this round and wait. So yeah, I think I'll do that. My other option is I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just start swinging. But that is going to put me in murder alley here. I could probably kill one of them pretty easily. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it would cost initial stamina. I could potentially hit. Yeah, I think I'll pass, and we'll just let these go first. It's going to be pretty rough, though. So, Cave Sickles 1 through 3 are going to go first. Cave Sickle 1 has no line of sight, so it's going to go ahead and move. It's going to move to be adjacent to an opponent with the most damage within movement range. Or, sorry, it's going to move... It's going to move and attack an opponent within range 4. It'll move to within range 4 of the nearest opponent. Which, assuming you don't... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually technically Elifie, which is kind of interesting. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll put me within range 4. So yeah, it's because of the positioning. Like I said, I was right here, so open 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 spaces. You do count diagonally, and everyone else is actually 5 spaces away. So we'll go ahead and shoot at Elifie. Elifie will go ahead and nimble dodge. All right, fails it. So no extra stuff there. I did break line of sight with everybody, so it's just going to be 2 orange dice. And it misses. Okay. Next is going to be purple. Purple is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, again, it's just going to be Elifie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to be you have to try to get as far away as possible. So it will provoke a break attack from Elifie. I also wasn't intending on it doing it this way, to be honest. But the AI does have quirks like this, so it is what it is. So I'll take the break attack with Elifie. Actually, I did make a mistake. Thankfully, it wasn't a big mistake. So the Ancient Cave Sickle, the way this works is you move to be up to range 4 from the nearest opponent, and then it just says make a ranged attack. So it would have actually made a ranged attack based off initiative, which in this case would have been Damocles, which there's no clear line of sight, so go to Justice. So that attack where I rolled an 8 actually should have gone to Justice. Justice couldn't dodge, but she has more than 8 defense, so it misses anyway. So that's just something to be aware of. Anyway, same situation here. I'm going to be attacking Justice. Justice can't dodge because she is in water. So, oh, actually, did I roll this? Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. So I moved the die, but I didn't actually roll it. So I'll go ahead and roll the break attack first before I do the other attack. 13, these things have 12 defense, so it does hit. It'll do 1 damage plus 2 from the book, so it'll do 3 damage in total to purple. Okay, now it's going to shoot at Justice. There's 1 person within SOI. 12. Justice has a defense of 11, so it does hit. It's going to do 1 damage. Or sorry, it will do more than 1 damage, sorry. 1 damage base, and then every shield does another 1, so it'll do 3 damage in total. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I could have done Ineptitude if I wanted to, but we'll go ahead and wait until the big stuff comes, because these attacks are going to get exponentially bigger as this goes on. And then we have Orange Cave Sickle. Same situation as before. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to go try to get out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, that has a key. You can move. They can move through their allies without issue. So the break attack should not have happened, because it would have moved to here, down, and then there. So break attack does not happen. Making lots of little mistakes this time, but thankfully I'm catching them. All right. So with that, I put myself as far away from Elifie as possible. Then it's going to go ahead and make a ranged attack versus Justice. This time it's going to be 2 teals. For this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and do Ineptitude and give it -3. Holy cow, that is a nasty, nasty roll. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm seeing if I have any, I have fortune telling, but that's about it. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop a demon voucher. Buy a figure within SOI, reroll any dice. So I'll reroll both dice. Okay, and then -3 to this brings it down to 9. There you go. Popped an item already. Okay, and then that is it for Cave Sickles. And now goes to Justice. Justice is going to heal for 1 because of Aspect, or not Aspect, but Nirvana's Mark. And just making sure everything else is correct. It is. Okay, so right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and just get moving. So I'm going to spend 2 stamina to do Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll leave me with, what, 5 movement left? And then I could get back to here if I really need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That'll put me here. And I get to hit 4 of them with the Bring the Shadows. So this is part of the reason why I wanted to go all movement. One is it's just funny to have 15 movement. But the other reason is so I can I don't have to kill myself to commit to Bring the Shadows. So we'll go ahead and roll our casting die and see what we get. 7, that's not bad, so 13. We'll start with red first. Okay, so that's 5. It does the difference, right? Oh no, it rolls a casting die. Okay, so that one fails. Purple fails. Orange passes, but I'm going to go ahead and make it reroll. My total was 13, so it does fail. And then the last one's a teal. It also fails. So all of them are going to get hit, so they're all going to get darkness. Did I grab darkness? Yes, I did. So we can do that and that. Okay, and then roll casting die. 4 damage. Okay, so 4 damage to you. Okay, and then she's going to go ahead and spend her... she'll do Etched Console. And she's going to shoot at the teal. So go ahead and roll that. They all failed, so they have -1 defense. So 12 versus 11 defense, so it does hit. They'll do 1 damage, and then plus another 2 from the books, so 3 damage in total. And I'll put an energy token on it. Then I'll go ahead and spend that stamina to get Life Grasp going. I can target up to 3 targets. I don't technically have line of sight of orange, so I'm going to be going after purple, red, and teal. 6 plus 6 is 12. Alright, and we'll start with red first. Actually, do I want to spend the extra and take the damage? I think... Oh, actually I forgot something. I did trigger the red totem, so let's go ahead and trigger that real quick before I forget. I mean, I technically already did. So, just to reiterate, when I did the Bring the Shadows, I went to this spot to hit that cave sickle. That would have triggered the red totem. I would have been able to still move back, that's not a big issue. The corridor opens into a dim room. It's nearly empty, but for a small pile of treasure on the far end. Pieces of the ceiling have collapsed, through which light is spilling across the floor. Place tiles and tokens according to diagram 20. As you enter, you hear the click of a trap triggering. Any figure in the outlined area is inflicted with poison and paralysis. Okay, so we'll diagram. So that's 20. So this is the area that got hit where the trap triggered. Unfortunately, there is nothing there, so no allies or enemies were harmed. We do need the assets from it, so we'll go ahead and do that. You know what, while we're at it, For no particular reason, we're going to set ourselves up this way. Okay. Okay, and then yellow totem in the bottom right corner. Red loot there. And then we actually need some terrain stuff. So let's go ahead and grab some terrain stuff. Yeah, there's been some bugs with Tabletop Simulator lately, so that's why my menus are kind of looking a little weird. Oh, and now it decides to be fine. Actually, no, it's not fine. It's this that's an issue. Okay. So with this, I can set up here, there, and there. So makes a little tunnel that goes to here, down to that way. I definitely like how they can manipulate the tiles like this. And we'll put that up there just to keep things busy. So there you go. No new monsters, so I don't have to worry about any of that. All right. So with that, it looks like purple made it save. So red failed, purple failed. Oh, sorry, no. Is that what happened? Yeah, I think so. So red failed, purple passed, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the energy token to give it -3, and then do it. Oh, actually, I hadn't decided. No, that's what happened. Okay, my apologies. I got mixed up. I was deciding on whether or not I was going to do 6 damage to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do 6 damage to myself. So that's going to make it so I get +6 to this. So it's going to be a total of 18 force. Now we roll for saves. So that's 10. So it's going to take 8. Purple. 13. I had already used that, so they'll take 5. And then the last one, I'm going to give it -3, and then another -3 from ineptitude. So that's 10. So it's going to take 8, and then, well, it's 10, but it goes down to 4, so it's going to end up taking 14 damage, which will kill it. So that's 1 down. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and use Gore Shot. And I'm going to cast it on the red Cave Sickle. Okay, 8 + 6 is 14. Fails it. I'm going to do just the damage. Yeah, I'll do just the damage. The main reason why is because I'm blocking line of sight anyway, so it's not going to be any problems here. Okay. I'll take care of that. Okay, yeah, that's going to be it for her. One thing, if you really want to be clever, is you can use Book of Theodotion before you do Bring the Shadows and use that to run around. All right. So then it's going to go Cave Sickles 4 through 6. 4 is dead. So it's going to go to green. So green's going to try to get as far away as possible. It's going to go to here and take a shot at Justice. Justice is going to dodge using Marbus Threads. All right, I get +1 to this, so I'm up to 12 defense. There's only 1 Cave Sickle within line of sight. So it's going to go ahead and roll teal and orange. Okay, misses. I do get a free counter because of Marbus Threads, so I'll go ahead and shoot back at it. 13 does hit. It's just going to do 1 damage because I don't have symbols. That's the only bad thing about the Etch console is it doesn't actually have doesn't have the best symbols, and there's no way to actually get something that makes shields actually useful for it. Then it's going to go purple. So purple, it's going to go 1, 2, 3. That should be line of sight, definitely. Okay, it's going to go ahead and shoot at Justice. Justice is going to dodge with a cloak. I do get +1 shield, so that's going to be a total of 16 defense. Same situation. Okay, misses, no counter this time. Goes to Elifie. Elifie is going to let's see. So with the diagonals, I can shoot technically through Justice to do gore shot. Actually, did I actually do the damage from before? I don't think I actually did the damage of the gore shot. Give me a second. Nope, I did. Okay. Sorry for all these. It's actually a bit late, but I also wanted to kind of keep playing a little bit and also do the rules mistake that I did last time while it's still fresh in my head. All right, so kind of seeing my options here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open with a gore shot, and I'm going to target purple. So yeah, I'll target purple. So roll casting die. 8 + 6 is 14. Alright, fails it. I'll take the extra 2 damage. So for Elifie, the extra damage is completely based off Summoner's highest discipline. So it's going to do a total of 8 damage, which will kill it. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move. We'll just go right here. So break attacks are per turn as well. So even if I soaked up the break attack from this orange case sickle, the next person will still have to soak a break attack if they try to break attack from it. So yeah, I'm just going to move adjacent and attack it. Keep it simple. So simple that technically I hit. This thing has darkness, so it's -1 defense. So that actually makes it hit exactly. So the base damage is 0, and then I get +1 for the book. So there we go. That's it for Elifie. I'm content with that, I guess. Goes to Zeke next. It's been a long time, Zeke. I gave him the dynamite, so that's why he's got the tokens. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and dive right into this. So if I target somebody beside myself, it's for free. So we'll go ahead and start with that. I want to go ahead and give an intervention token to Damocles. So use that to reroll all dice. Then I'm also going to go ahead and give him courage. He can't be hasted, so I don't need to worry about any of that. So I'll spend 1 stamina because it's 1 less if you cast it on somebody else. I'm going to go ahead and give... I believe I have line of sight. No, I don't. We'll spend a stamina first to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll spend a stamina to go ahead and give haste to Justice. I'm also going to go ahead and use Mend. Get him his 2 heal tokens. And then I'm going to give Barrier to Rook. Hello, support. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the event. Well, actually, I'll just throw what I have. I'm going to throw a red at orange. So we'll throw this one. I'm just seeing what else this thing does. Okay. So roll red. Does 8 damage to orange. And then I'll throw a throwing knife. Does 6 damage, and I'll kill it. And if I wanted to, I could have done a heal 1, but he is at full health, so it doesn't matter. With this, I'm going to go ahead and pop the Adventurous Pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this over to show that it's been spent. Do that. Do that. Okay. What's left? Okay. And we'll actually swap in this hatchet while we're at it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend one of these throwing knives to take out red there. I'm just seeing what other things I can target. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and throw. I'll roll purple die. Okay, 5 damage. This thing only had 2 hit points left, so that is a kill, and I'll finish them off. Okay, draw loot. 12 gold. We are broke again, so we definitely need all the gold we can get. But honestly, it's worth it. Alright, so that takes care of that. I have 1 stamina left. I'm going to hold on to it for now. I should have probably considered doing a fight drive instead, but I'm going to hold on to this for right now. Everything else is fine. Goes to Rook. Rook is going to go ahead and give Intervention. He's going to go ahead and give it to Justice. Okay, and then he's going to go ahead and move up. So he does still start with 3 stamina, but he's only going to recover 2 stamina per round because he is carrying Remy right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just positioning ourselves here to be a pain, essentially. Actually, we'll go 8. Force the melee attacks instead. Okay. And then that takes care of that. Yeah, I could do Wilt, but I'm not going to bother with that. And right now I'm not going to put out a font renewal. So, new round. 1 through 3 are dead, so we don't need to worry about them. Alright, goes Zeke first. Zeke will get 3 stamina. He's going to go ahead and give haste. Well, he needs to get in range first, so we'll move. Spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we'll just go to here. And then we're going to go ahead and put haste on Rook. We'll give him, actually we'll give, yeah, I'll give him an intervention token, that's fine. And then he'll go, we'll go ahead and give courage. We'll give courage to Justice. And then we'll also give her mage armor. Or barrier, rather. There you go. Never a dull moment. Okay. And then besides that, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass turn. We'll go ahead and use the backpack to go ahead and swap these in. Okay. And then that's it for him. Goes cave sickles 4 through 6. We'll start with, it starts with green first. Green will shoot at Rook. And we'll just let it shoot. It's going to be -1 to the attack because it's shooting through an ally. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so teal and orange, -1. Okay, misses, and then it's going to move up to be into melee range and attack. So that's going to provoke a break attack. It will go actually after the person with the most damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll actually go after Justice. So Rook will go ahead and make his break attack. And he will go ahead and... I mean, this thing's at full health anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. So yeah, we'll just attack normally. Alright, 13's a hit. 1 damage base, plus another 2 from the shields, so 3 damage in total. Also, I should have been getting these freaking energy tokens that I keep forgetting about. It was within SOI, and we killed 3 there. So he should have 3 energy tokens right now. There it is. I always forget about the Saber ability, because I usually don't rely on the damage. But yeah, when an opponent within SOI is defeated, that would do it. Alright. So in essence, I could have actually used the energy tokens to do another 3 damage, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So it still took 3 from just the hit alone, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, and then it's going to go ahead and attempt to attack Justice. Apparently Justice is going to need to dodge, so we'll pop a dodge token. Okay, I get +1 from that. It did break line of sight here, so it's just going to roll 2 oranges. 13 -1, or 13 versus 12 defense. So that's going to hit unless I force a reroll. And unfortunately, I don't think I have any way of forcing a reroll that really matters. Reroll any dice. Not anything I can force the enemy to reroll. Well, besides using a blessing. What's the poison chance with this thing? Force 11? Oh boy. I don't exactly want to get poisoned at this point. But I don't think I have much of a choice, unless I force him to reroll. Remove any effects, gain us. Okay, well, we have a way of getting rid of the effect, so yeah, we'll just take it. So 13, so it'll be 1 damage base plus 2 from that, from shield, so it'll be 3 damage in total. So, and then I have to roll conviction, so I will. Alright. I would need to roll a 5 to make the save here. Let's pop a bottle blessing and see if we can do slightly better. Okay, let's pop a bottle blessing and see if we can do better. There you go, that's 11, so that's a pass. I don't want to put out a font or renewal yet, because there's a lot of unknowns here, and I don't know, and I don't exactly want to put font or renewal in Trap Central. Okay. So with that, it goes Purple Cave Sickle, which is attacking adjacent. Rook is not going to dodge. It's going to be 2 oranges. 13's a hit. It's going to be base damage 1 versus the 12 defense. And then 2, 3 from the shields. It'll be a total of 3 damage. It'll do 0 because of his armor. And then he's going to go ahead and just exhaust a counter. Okay. So the counter will interrupt the follow-up attack. It did hit, just barely, and it's going to do 2 damage. 3, 4, 5 damage. Now, might as well just hold on to it. So yeah, 2 damage. And since I interrupt the follow-up with a counter, I don't need to worry about any more follow-ups. It now goes to Damocles. Damocles will go up to 6 stamina, which is his max. He's going to go ahead and do Blade Works plus Sinful Privilege, Imbued Fear. Don't need Blade Distortion here. So I can choose any target. Instead, I can target an opponent that is adjacent to an ally with no penalty. So I'm going to go ahead and target purple here and just take a swing. Oh, actually, this Cave Sickle did have +1 to the attack because of flanking. Still would not have been enough to breach armor. Okay, so with that said and done, let's go ahead and get started. So we do combo light with the Dweller's Longsword because this dagger is light, so it's going to be gray and green. All right, I'm not going to empower. Okay, 13 does hit. It's going to do base damage 1. 2-3 because of Imbued Fear. The burst will do additional 3 each. So it was 1 base, 3 because of Imbued Fear, 6, 9 because of the burst, and then 10, 11, 12 and from the shields, and then 13, 14 from the books. So that's 14 damage so far, and that's exactly enough to kill purple. Okay, also exhaust this to, I should have exhausted that ahead of time, I apologize, but now he gets a vow token. And these do carry over. I didn't even need to do the extra damage, so yeah, that was pretty good. With that, so I'm going to go ahead and just spend a stamina to start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Okay, that's it for him. Goes to Elifie. Elifie will get 3 stamina. She'll spend 1 to move and loop to here so she can get line of sight of the Cave Sickle. And she'll go ahead and try to take a shot at it. 7 + 6 is 13. Okay, fails it. It's going to take at least 2 damage. I'm okay with just doing 2 damage. I'm not going to do any extra. Then I'm going to go ahead and I think that's it for right now. I don't need I have a source of barriers already. Then it goes to Rook. Rook will get 4 stamina because he's only going to get 3 stamina because he gets -1 because he is carrying Remy. Okay. Also, I forgot to use this to actually protect Justice, so that's my bad. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and give an intervention token to somebody. We'll give it to Zeke. All right. Oh, also, since Damocles did damage, actually, yeah, Damocles did damage and he's couraged, Proof of Divinity will trigger and give +1 stamina to Zeke, though that's only once per round, so we'll just mark it with that. So with a round is the entire turn. Okay, next, Rook will go ahead and cast Courage Stifle. 6 + 6 is 12. Okay, passes it. Justice hasn't had a turn yet. We'll go ahead and just spend another 2 stamina to cast again. 6 + 6 is 12. There you go. It'll do. He has 6 armor because of barrier, so it does 12 damage, which will kill. All right, Cave Sickle's dealt with. 7 gold. So we're at 19. Okay. Okay, sickle dealt with. That's it for Rook. Can't actually do anything else at the moment. Alright. One thing I should have gotten Justice was a Ring of Blood for herself. She honestly doesn't need Hemlock and Sarah. But she covered 1 hit point. And she'll get 4 stamina. And then she's going to use 1 to move. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're just going to go there and hang out. Alright. Then it's going to go new round. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will get his stuff. Let's go ahead and spend 2 stamina to go ahead and give himself haste. So at this point, everyone but Elifie has haste at the moment. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get him moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go 7, 8 there for now. Okay, that's it for him. He actually has Marbish Threads, but I forgot he actually has 7 movement now. Alright, so it goes to Justice next. So Justice is going to get max stamina, heal for 1. And we'll see what this thing has for me. So we'll spend a stamina to loot the red token. You pick up the small pile of coins, gain 40 gold. As you do so, creatures burst through a small opening in the rock wall, spawn 3 fragors on the north side, tile you 30, which is this one. So 40 gold puts us at 59. And get to have some more fun. So Vibrant Fragors. Okay. This will, of course, add them to the initiative. All right. So how do we want to handle this? So obviously I stood here just so I can actually blow things up, so let's do that. I'll do Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I mean, my other option is I could stay in melee and hope I could dodge the attack. That's an option as well. I think I'll do that. Alright, so we'll roll our casting die and see what we get. 7 plus 6 is 13. We'll do red first. Okay, fail. I will force it to reroll. Okay, doesn't matter. So purple's fine. Orange is not. Okay, roll casting die. 9 damage to the other 2. Strong start. Both of them are darkest. I'm going to go ahead and do Etch Console. I'm actually going to go ahead and target purple. Okay. It's an 11, which will be a miss. I'm going to go ahead and use intervention to reroll. 13's a hit. Just barely. So it's going to do 2 damage from the books because I get +1 book from the courage, and then the burst will do another 3. So I'll do a total of 5 damage and give it an energy token. Like so. Alright. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and do Life Grasp. Okay, and roll casting die. Alright, 6 plus 6 is 12. It's risky for me to actually take any more additional damage at this point. Like, super risky. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll stick with what I have. So 12. Alright, yeah, I'll just let it go. So 12, first one will be red. Alright, so it's going to take 3. And then for the purple Fragor, I'm going to go ahead and give it use an energy token on it and do ineptitude. So it's going to be -6 on it. So that's 11. So it's going to do a total of 7. Because it's going to be 5 in total, and I have 12, so 7. Alright, and then last one. 11 again, so it's going to take 1. Okay. Not the best rolls. So we'll go ahead and do Gore Shot next. I'm going to target orange. Okay, 10. Did I actually roll for it? Let me check. Okay, yeah, I did not roll the casting die, so let me do that real quick. Alright, that is good enough. So it was 14 versus 10, and then I'm going to take an extra 2 to ensure I do enough damage to kill it. So that's 1 down. Alright, not the best. I was hoping for some better, I was hoping for less good rolls against me, but that's okay. So it's going to actually go to Fragors. I am in melee, so it's going to attempt to attack me. So we'll start with red, where it's going to do a melee strike. I'm going to go ahead and use a Marbish Threads. Alright, I get +1 to this, so this brings me up to 14 defense. Oh, just barely. Okay. So it misses, I get a free counter. Okay, 14. This one has -1 defense. So it's going to do 2 damage base, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because of the courage. So I'll do 7 damage, which will kill it. So that's 1 down. And then the other Fragor is going to attack. First in melee. I'm going to go ahead and use Cloak to dodge. I failed. So this is the part where I get diseased and killed. Alright, that's 14. So it's going to hit. It's going to do 3 damage base, and then 4, 5 because of the shields. So 5 damage in total. Yeah, more than likely... Actually, sorry, I'll do 1 less because of barrier. And then I have to roll for disease. Alright, so now I'm diseased, so I lose all my buffs. And I don't have disease on me. Alright. So yeah, unless I want to reroll, but that's a 12, so good luck. Okay. I'm okay with the death because I have a ray still, though it's a bit early the pop one. All right, next is going to go ahead and do a ranged attack. It's going to target furthest opponent in range, which is not Zeke because it's actually going through her tile. So it's going to target Justice here. Yeah, I popped everything already. So yeah, I'm just going to let the attack come. You know what? Actually, I'll go ahead and try to dodge. I'll use my last stamina to dodge. Could have used that sooner. Alright, so I'm at 15 defense. Alright, misses. It's still going to put a bulb down. I'll put it there. Actually, make sure it shuffles. There we go. Alright, and then it's going to get to adjacent as many opponents as possible, so it's going to go to here. That will actually provoke a break attack, so I'll go ahead and take it. 12 versus 13 defense, so it actually misses. So I would have to do 4 damage to this thing somehow. I would have to roll pretty high to actually make that happen. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the blow here. Alright, so it's gonna move there, and it's going to go ahead and roll purple. It's gonna do 6 damage to itself, which will kill it. And then it's gonna do 6 damage to Justice, which is gonna take her off the field. When she comes back, she gets to be healed to half. So it'll be there. I'm just going to do this ahead of time to get that out of the way. Get those off the field. I did 6 damage to Zeke as well, so he'll take it. Alright. And that leaves the bulb still. Okay, that is it for Fragors. That does get us the draw loot. 7 gold. Goes to 63. Okay. Actually, that's not correct. It was at 59. That'll be 66, sorry. Yep, I was correct. Okay. That is it for Fragors. Goes to Elifie, whose master is dead at the moment. She'll get 3 stamina. Also, I did check. You do lose all your effects. Or, sorry, I got confirmation. You do lose your effect tokens and any tokens that are on you when you are slain or when you're defeated. Which is good and bad. It means you lose your status effects, but it also means if you happen to be a summoner, and you'll actually lose all the summon tokens you've been saving. So it's definitely very important to keep your summoner alive if they happen to be built that way. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go to Elifie. We'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat. There's a cat in front of me. Alright, goes to Damocles. Spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, cat was being adorable. Alright, so we'll go ahead and trigger blue here. Not a good idea to do this at the end of a turn, by the way. The passage continues around to the corner. The corridor before you has more of those strange holes in the wall, but before you can expect further, a low groan signals the approach of blighted guardians. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 19. You brace to fight when you hear a whistling sound from behind you. The holes in the walls behind you fired some kind of darts, but you're not sure what triggered them. Any figure in the outlined area is afflicted with poison paralysis. So diagram 19. So that actually is going to hit Rook there. So Rook is going to get paralyzed and poisoned. Which is super, super annoying. Okay, and then go ahead and load the page. Should be like this. Okay, and then that should be like this. Okay, and then we'll get Blighted Guardians to spawn. We do not fight in-stage Blighted Guardians yet. Yeah, requires rare. Okay. 1 is up here, and 2 is to the right. Okay, and I'll add Blighted Guardians here. So I did move 8 spaces. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And we're just going to stay here for right now. Alright, and then it goes Blighted Guardians. They shouldn't be in range or anything. They only move 4, so nothing will happen with them. Rook is going to take poison damage. He takes 3. And then he becomes unparalyzed. He gets 3 stamina, 2 from the turn and 1 from haste. And that'll be it for the round. So reset the track. Okay, goes the Rook. Rook is going to take damage again. He'll take 1. And he's going to go up to full stamina now. He's going to spend 1 to move. Just kind of see my options. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like so. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and put out a font of renewal at this point, because we need it. So yeah, we'll put it right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and revive Justice. I should have line of sight here, because the diagonals. Yep, that works. Okay. And then that'll be it for... Yeah, that'll be it for Rook for right now. Okay, and with that, it now goes to Justice. Justice is going to heal for 3, because the font of renewal is now out. So I'll get 3 stamina. She's going to open with, let me see what the options are. Move to be adjacent, it's going to make an attack, be annoying. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, I'll spend 2 stamina to go ahead and... I could hit both of them, but that is super risky. The other option is I could shoot and then run. So you know what? I think I'm going to do shoot and run first. So we'll do Gore Shot. Actually, sorry, we'll do Etch Console. As much as I would like to apply Darkness first, I think this is a better call. Alright, 17 in total. I wish I had that roll sooner. So 4 damage base. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll do 9 damage in total to red. and give him the energy token. Okay, next I'll do Life Grasp. Alright, so that's 15 in total. I'm not... Actually, yeah, I'll pop the energy token. So -3 to this. Okay, that's 14 in total. I'm gonna force you to reroll that, because you're being a meanie. That's slightly better. Alright, so 11 -3 is 8, and my total was 15, so it's gonna do 7 damage. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do Gore Shot. 4 + 6 is 10. I'll give it Ineptitude, so it has -3. 11 -3 is 8 versus my 10. It does hit. And then I'll do 2 damage, and I'll do another 8 on top, or sorry, another 6 on top of that at the cost of 2 health. Alright, and then last I'll go ahead and do Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Roll the die. Alright, 6 + 6 is 12. And it's going to pass, and I don't have a way of forcing it to reroll again. Alright, so it's alive. It goes to Zeke next. Time to rip off this band-aid. So spend a stamina to move. Poison. Alright, so he's going to get afflicted with poison. But that's done with a bulb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14. So 7, it was 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Yep. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw an axe at him. We'll throw the... Tell you what, we'll do a backpack. Actually, no. We'll just throw an axe. So 8 damage, that'll finish it off. And then I'll go ahead and exhaust this to heal for 1. Okay. And then while I'm here, I'll go ahead and give Mage Armor, Proof of Divinity, Intervention to Justice, because she's no longer diseased. Alright. And we need to roll loot, so let's go ahead and do that. 12 gold. $78. Alright. Okay, and that'll be it for Zeke. It's going to go to Damocles next. Unfortunately, he's not in a good situation anymore. Spend the stamina to move. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do that. So that was 9 movements. That's going to cost 2 extra stamina. We'll go ahead and do Blade Works. Imbued Fear. No need for Sinful Privilege this time. And he doesn't dodge, I'm fairly certain. Nope, he doesn't. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll this attack. 13's a hit. Exactly. Let's see what that puts us at. Also, I should have done Iridium Dagger. So, sorry about that. All right. So if I do Intervention, I have to reroll all the dice. So I'm going to... Actually, I could do Enchanted Piercing. Let's see what the damage is first. So base damage is 0. 2 from Imbued Fear. And then every shield is +1. So 3, 4. The books will bring it up to 5, 6. And then 9 from the Courage. So 9 damage in total so far. I could do another 6 with Follow Through with all my stamina. That'll bring it to 15. Vow would bring it to 17. So it's not... Oh, also I forgot about the... I actually forgot about the Architect. When Justice went down, that means someone with an S... any people that had the Architect can actually apply this. So I want to go ahead and give Barrier to Zeke. And I'll give Barrier to Damocles here. So yeah, the reason why is because when an ally is defeated, an ally with an SOI, including themselves, can gain a buff of your choice, essentially. So I apologize for that. Anyway, so this is bare minimum. I'm going to go ahead and use an Enchanted Piercing. I can choose any dice, so I'm going to re-roll the 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an Enchanted Piercings and then re-roll the 4. Alright, that's slightly better. Alright, so now it's 15. So it's going to be base damage 2, plus 2 from Imbued Fear, so that's 4. And then it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So that's 12 there. And then Follow Through 14, 16, 18, 20 for the Vow token. And then I can just take 10 damage with Blood Pact to add an additional 10 damage. So that's a total of 30 damage, killing that Blighted Guardian. So that's the one-shot kill build right there. So 84. I'm going to go ahead and pop the Ring of Blood, so I heal 2. I do get a Vow token back because I did hit, and I get the follow-up. Actually, I wonder... You can't... can you follow up? I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. If this attack dealt damage, gain a Vow token. I think that's fine. I don't know if being defeated interrupts the follow-up. That's kind of weird how this is designed. All right, but I'll ask that in the Discord. Anyway, that is it for Damocles. Got rid of the Blighted Guardian, so that's good for him. Goes to Elifie. Elifie will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go right there. And then I'm going to spend 2 stamina, deal damage, and give a dodge token to Justice, because she's going to need it. And that's it for the round. So tell you what, I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here. And we got a new round here. Obviously, we got more rooms ahead of us, because we haven't even seen an exit yet. So I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara on Tabletop Simulator. Sorry for all the mistakes as usual, but as you can see, it's getting a lot more complicated. So see you guys next time.